The studio lights blazed as the countdown began. The band hummed a familiar tune, and millions of viewers settled in with coffee in hand, expecting another cheerful, comforting morning of live television. Mark Consuelos stepped onto the stage with his familiar, confident stride, greeted by applause and smiles, waving warmly to the audience and sharing a playful joke with his co-hosts. At first, everything felt perfectly normal. The laughter, the banter, and the rhythm of a show millions had grown to love. But beneath the surface, a subtle shift quietly emerged, one that only those closest to him might notice. The subtle shift. The change was almost imperceptible, a smile lingering a beat too long, a hand gripping the desk a little tighter, a pause just slightly stretched. To viewers at home, everything seemed routine. But behind the cameras, a producer sensed a difference in the energy. The studio lights felt harsher. The usual lively pace slowed, and for a fleeting moment, Mark's laughter seemed quieter, more fragile. It was a gentle reminder that live television, for all its polish, can never fully contain the human heart at its center. A moment of vulnerability. A co-host leaned in with quiet concern, asking if he was okay, and Mark nodded, reassuring those around him with his familiar calm. Yet live television does not pause for comfort, and in that moment, the seamless illusion of performance briefly gave way to raw humanity. A subtle gesture, a hand reaching out, a quiet expression of care, revealed that even in a professional setting, compassion can shine through. The production team adjusted, offering a pause to allow Mark a moment to gather himself, reminding everyone that behind the cameras are real people, navigating life in real time. Behind the scenes backstage, the environment shifted instantly. Crew members moved with practiced care, surrounding Mark as he took a breath and settled into his chair. Even the smallest gestures, from offering water to a supportive hand on the shoulder, carried significance. Seconds stretched into moments, revealing the weight of human presence in a space often defined by strict cues and precision. What might have seemed minor on screen held profound meaning behind the cameras, a quiet recognition that vulnerability is part of life's rhythm, even amid the demands of live performance. The pause that spoke volumes. Commercials filled the screen, yet the sense of connection lingered like a held breath. When the show returned, the energy felt softer, slower, more thoughtful. A co-host addressed the audience directly, explaining that Mark was being cared for and expressing gratitude for the viewer's patience. The usual fast-paced rhythm gave way to genuine human connection, a reminder that even in a polished broadcast, moments of sincerity and care resonate far more deeply than any scripted line. Public response. By the end of the day, clips of the moment circulated widely, and messages of empathy and encouragement poured in. The incident became less about spectacle and more about shared humanity, as viewers recognized that even public figures have moments when they need support. Fans expressed relief, admiration, and appreciation, connecting not only with Mark but with the universal experience of vulnerability. It was a quiet reminder that strength is not the absence of need, but the willingness to accept care and compassion. Care and recovery. Later that evening, updates brought reassurance. Mark was resting, surrounded by care and expressing gratitude for the support. What initially felt tense transformed into collective empathy, prompting reflection on the fragility and preciousness of everyday life. For viewers and staff alike, it became a shared human moment, a reminder that attention, kindness, and patience can profoundly impact those around us, even in fleeting encounters or high-pressure environments. A fresh perspective on live television. The following morning, the studio lights returned, Chairs were set, cameras rolled, and the familiar rhythm resumed. Yet everyone sensed a subtle shift in perspective. The experience left an imprint, highlighting that behind every smile and every polished performance is a person navigating uncertainty. Live television continued, but with a deeper awareness that imperfection and authenticity enrich both the broadcast and the connection between audience and hosts. Human strength and vulnerability. For Mark, the experience highlighted a powerful truth. Vulnerability can coexist with resilience. In a world that often emphasizes perfection, pausing and allowing oneself to be cared for is a profound expression of strength. Live television, typically defined by strict timing and precision, unexpectedly revealed the essential human truth that strength often looks like seeking support, taking a breath, and letting others help when needed. The audience connection. For viewers, the moment became more than a fleeting news item. It offered a touchstone for empathy and reflection, reminding audiences that everyone experiences moments of uncertainty and need. People shared stories of their own lives, recognizing in Mark's brief pause the universal vulnerability that defines human experience. The moment strengthened the bond between audience and hosts, highlighting the shared humanity that connects us all. Studio dynamics and compassion. Ordinarily a structured and highly choreographed space, the studio became, in that moment, a living environment of care and attention. Crew members worked efficiently, but with tenderness. Co-hosts responded instinctively, and cameras, trained to capture perfection, documented the grace of human imperfection. The incident demonstrated that live television can be more than entertainment. It is a space where authenticity, empathy, and quick thinking come together to create meaningful, memorable experiences. Reflection and awareness. In the days that followed, a new awareness permeated the studio. The shared experience reminded everyone that the people on screen are individuals with real emotions and lives beyond the cameras. It became a moment of reflection for the hosts and crew, emphasizing the responsibility of their role to entertain and inform while remaining mindful of the humanity behind every performance. Gratitude and community. Mark's recovery highlighted the importance of care, community, and the quiet power of small gestures. Support from the production team, patience from the audience, and the presence of loved ones underscored that meaningful care often comes through simple, deliberate acts. A hand offered, a pause taken, a gentle expression of concern. These seemingly small moments resonate deeply, leaving a lasting impact that extends far beyond the immediate situation. The human side of public life. The incident offered a valuable reminder that vulnerability is not weakness, and human fragility is a natural part of life, not a flaw. For audiences, witnessing a public figure navigate a moment of uncertainty created a shared connection, bridging the gap between celebrity and viewer. The authenticity of the moment left a lasting impression, demonstrating that empathy, understanding, and compassion are universal values that transcend fame or circumstance. Moving forward with awareness. Subsequent broadcasts returned to their familiar energy, yet the memory of that day lingered. It influenced the tone, the interactions, and the awareness of everyone involved, reminding the production team and hosts alike of the importance of mindfulness and care in high-pressure environments. The incident became a quiet lesson in patience, reflection, and the value of attending to one another in moments of need. Lessons in authenticity. The day revealed a deeper truth about the balance between performance and authenticity. Live television often emphasizes flawless delivery, yet the unplanned human moments are those that resonate most. Mark's brief struggle, handled with care and grace, reminded audiences that honesty and vulnerability are just as compelling as humor or scripted charm. It reinforced the notion that the most meaningful experiences reflect life as it truly is: messy, emotional, and profoundly human. Empathy beyond the screen. For viewers around the world, the incident became a lesson in empathy and reflection. Seeing vulnerability handled with dignity encouraged introspection about personal experiences, relationships, and moments of uncertainty. It also strengthened the connection between audience and hosts, showing that authenticity fosters trust, admiration, and a sense of shared humanity. In a world often focused on perfection, witnessing such moments of honesty felt both reassuring and inspiring. The legacy of a single moment. Though brief, the moment left a lasting impact. It reminded everyone involved that live television is not only about entertainment. It is a space where human stories unfold in real time, where laughter and seriousness coexist, and where viewers are invited to witness life authentically. For Mark, his co-hosts, the crew, and the audience, it became a shared reflection on care, resilience, and the enduring importance of pausing to honor the human heart at the center of every broadcast. Moving forward with humanity. As the lights continued to shine, cameras rolled, and the show resumed its familiar rhythm, the memory of that morning remained a quiet touchstone. It reinforced the understanding that behind every polished smile is a person with fears, strengths, and the capacity for vulnerability. What could have been a routine broadcast became a moment of shared humanity, reminding everyone that even ordinary mornings can hold extraordinary lessons about care, connection, and the simple, profound truth of being human.